Yes, yes. I just got a call from a debt collector, right? Now, let me put this out there right quick. I ain't trying to make no excuses for myself. I ain't trying to say I'm right or wrong. Well, I'm put like this. I ain't trying to say I'm right for not paying a bill. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say nothing. I normally don't get rude debt collectors, right? And see, it was a man. And see, men have let me see what's the word I'm looking for? Men feel like they can say what they want to women and intimidate women and whatever. But see, I want them to know I have a handicapped husband, and he have been trying for years to intimidate me to do what he wants done. And it's not working. It doesn't work for me. So let me get back to the story. So here we are. He calls. And he want to tell me about a bill that I owe. Actually, it's a Saks Fifth Avenue card that I was given. So I only was given $500, right? But I guess what you call it? I guess what's that? Fees and all that stuff. It's not $800 at all. I personally ain't got no $800, to be honest. In this day and time, I ain't got no $800. Now, if I save up, I can get me $800. I mean, you save up, you can get whatever amount of money you want if you save up. So now here's the thing. He's saying to me, okay, we got two options. We can break it up however you want, or we can pick. I can sum it up however, I'm paraphrasing. I can sum it up to a lower amount. So now I'm thinking, and maybe I should just, I know next time, maybe I should just, okay, if we sum up the amount, I don't think I would have been able to make payments on the summed up amount. But if I had broke it down, then I would have been able to make payment. But my thing, let me just throw this in. Next time, I'll know to go along with that breaking up payment and just say what I'm going to say and get them off the phone. But no, I'm trying to be honest with the person. I told him I ain't got no income. He's saying, well, you got to have some income because you got to live. He said, you work for the Department of Homeless Services. So in other words, he's looking at my background. So I told him, I said, work for who? Department of Homeless Services. I said, do you have any idea how many years ago that was? So that's waking him up. That's letting him think, well, this must be an older lady right here. So I'm really going to take advantage of her and talk to her any kind of way. Because she dumb. She probably old. She probably senile. She probably don't know what she's saying. And I know them old folks got money hid somewhere. Got a bank account. She been working for the Department of Homeless Services. We know that she got some retirement money now. You get an income coming in every day, in other words. That's the way, that's what started. I said, wait a minute. I said, where you coming from that I get an income coming in here every day? Where is that coming from? He goes, Oh, well, maybe not every day per se. I said, well, then word's your word properly and correctly and based on what you know. So he goes, he talks about the thing. He talks about me. Well, you went into, I mean, he broke it down. You went into you went into you went into you went into Saks Fifth Avenue and you went and used all the car money with no intention to pay. That's not true. I don't even know why they ain't getting them. People are be lying because I know I made a payment. I know I made maybe about 2 payments on it. Right? Okay. Don't get me wrong. I own it to my own wrong, my own responsibility. I made bad choices back then. And I'm paying for the bad choices because you're calling me now. And I'm getting these calls. Now, to be honest, for a whole year, I wasn't getting no call. That's when I knew society went back into its normal. Because I'm here to tell you, we live in a normality. My brain is all over the place. We're living in normal circumstances now. The only thing that's different is whatever the news tell you. But I'm here to tell you that everything is the same. Because they starting back collecting their money. They starting back. If you notice, certain programs are cutting off. Why? Because we're back to normal. They know the outcome. Society know what's going to be. Right? And they know they want their money. So they started calling. I'll say the beginning of this year. Middle part. I'm going to say, I think maybe about April. March to April. Okay, so anyway, back to the story here. I'm going to stay focused. So, I said, I went in there. I said, I know exactly what I bought. I went in there and I bought me. Told him what I bought. He said, do you hear yourself right now? I said, I hear myself very clearly. He said, do you hear yourself right now? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you went in there and you bought you something that you didn't really need. I mean, you may be right. Maybe I didn't need it. Because that's not under the category of food. What is it? Food, shelter. And there's another one. Raiment, food, and shelter. So that's clothing, food, and a place to live is your main necessity. So he is right. That wasn't nothing that I really needed. But that was something that I really wanted. And I'll be very honest, it wasn't something that I really wanted. At that time, my eyes was bigger than my pocket. Bigger than my income. Because when I was working for the Department of Homeless Services, that opened up my credit to the T. So, I guess y'all know already, but if you don't know it. Now, when you work for the city, whether it's within the state of New York or any state you live in, and you working for that city, that opened up doors for you. And that opened up my eyes. And once my eyes was open and I saw, because I work for the Department of Homeless Services, I work for New York City, but even when I was working for the Parks Department, he ain't mentioned the parks because I worked at the park after I worked for the Department of Homeless Services. If I'm correct, yeah, that was 2000 something. So, once I seen that, what? I went and I tried for every credit card in the book. And some credit cards I didn't get. But I got Capital One. I got Saks Fifth Avenue. I got Victoria's Secret. I got, there's another one. I didn't get too many bank cards. They were smart. I didn't get too many bank cards. The only bank card that I got was Capital One. But the main bank card that I was trying to get was Citibank and Chase Bank. I didn't get no credit cards from them. But I did get Capital One. I got Saks just randomly. I just went on their site and they was like, you get this amount off if you try for the card. And you know how long I had that card? I think I had that card for about 6 months before I used it. And when I went into, now that I'm thinking about it, when I went into Saks, because I think Saks was over there by Abercrombie and Fitch, over there by Trump Building, by Louis Vuitton. So when I went there, I didn't go in there specifically to buy this MCM bag. That's what it was, MCM bag. But when you walk in the store, they greet you. And they have the bag. Apparently the entrance that I walked in was the bag area. And I saw the bag, and they had different types of styles and stuff. And I was like, let me see. So when I went, they had a different style. And I had already did a research on them, already looked them up and stuff like that, because it did come into me. It's like I said, I didn't go there to buy the bag. But once I got in there and saw the bag, looking in my face, I was like, you know what? Let me see how much it cost. Then I said, wait a minute, I think I got a Saks Fifth Avenue card. Let me see. I looked in my wallet, my wallet with my cards in it, and sure enough, it was in there. I said, oh, okay. So I went to the lady. The lady was so nice. I went to the lady, and the lady was like, okay, you want this one? Yeah. She said, well, I'm going to see if I can get you a discount, because I think it was, I can't remember how much the bag was, but I don't know, it was like $500 for it. But I mean, it was more than that. I'm trying to think. I think it was less than that. But because I didn't pay, it went up. Something like that. But anyway, the lady got me, I don't know how many discounts. I think she got me $50 discount on it. I'm just listening because every time I'm doing a video, somebody come in my room. So, okay. So, I bought the bag. Right? And I think I lost the job after the fact. I ain't gonna say I lost the job. The time was up. The time was up. And I didn't have the mind that I have now then to budget and just to hold cards, because I already was holding that card, like, just like I said, for could have been for 6 months, because I worked at the Department of Homeless Services for I think about 2 years. So apparently he said 2 years. He said, so you mean to tell me for 2 years you wasn't working? So I heard him. I said, so this must be going up on something that came up to his office for 2 years. So that means that the card was there, active, even usable for 2 years. So 2 years, this is 2021. So that was 2019, 18. Yeah, 19, 20, 21, 2 years. So it had to be 2019 that they put it in collections. And it just came, of course, his deaths or whatever, however, I don't know how it works in that field. Personally, I don't even care, because that's their job. And here's my thing: if I just throw this in right quick, if it was my job to call you and tell you in debt, I'll present options to you in reference to how to get the bill down, and are you able to put. If you tell me, I don't care if you get $1,000 every week, that ain't none of my business. Okay. And if you tell me, no, I ain't got no income, okay, well, I'm a no here, no income. But I'm not going to tell you that you ain't going to be receiving no calls. Mom, you doing a video? Yes. I'm not going to say you ain't going to receive no calls. Okay? And that's it. Just like I said, he's the first rude person that I got. Normally I get, non-English people. I'm going to say he black, and I ain't trying to be racist against black people or nobody, but.
You doing a video?
Mm-hmm. Wow, what's
wrong? See something.
What?
As to why I tell him not to be on my bed. Did you see the mess that they made in the room?
Where, on the bed?
No, not just on my bed, on the floor in Lizzie corner. They was just playing with everything all at once.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm asking. Oh, you don't know?
No, I'll be honestly, I don't know, because I kept them in the room to keep them from running through the house.
Okay.
So I kept them.
The only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because my room is all messed up, and it has to do with Lizzie toys all over the place. And the only reason why I tell them not to be on my bed is because they take the cup.
Okay.
Like Aaliyah takes a cup and Elizabeth takes a cup, and then it winds up leaking on my bed, and then I gotta rewash that because now it's smelling like milk and just milk.
Okay.
So if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
That's why I just prefer them to be at the table. Just move the table out and they both could fit. So that's it. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Come on.
I'm reading a notification. Okay, so going back to my. So now So now, normally, just like I said, he was of color. Now, I could be wrong. He could have been another color. But he sounded like my color. And I ain't prejudiced against my color. But I don't know, for some reason, our color seemed to be the one that always got to, go in on stuff. And I've been there, and I've done it. So I'm talking about myself, too. But I've learned how to express myself differently. Different scenarios in my life brought me face to face with people that taught me a whole lot. And I wouldn't put it in effect at the time that they told me. But now I'm putting it in effect, and I see it works very well. And a lot of scenarios I could not have gotten into if I had did what they said. They would tell me that I should have a When there were certain things that I would say, and they would say, that's because you got limited vocabulary. I used to get very upset. And they would say I had limited vocabulary, right? I think this is on wrong. This is supposed to be this way. You're gonna have to take that off. Okay. So, and they would say that I should learn to listen, that I don't listen, and I'm busy fussing saying that I am. They said, no, you're not. You're hearing, but you're not listening. Because if you was listening, you wouldn't respond the way you responded. And when you learn how to listen, then you'll learn how to comprehend more better, and you'll learn how to accept what people are saying, and you'll learn how to express your feelings more better when you learn to listen. So that was the issue that me and the guy was having, because he wasn't listening to me. I'm listening to him. I'm hearing everything he's saying, and I'm listening to what he's saying. So now I'm trying to give you explanation of why I'm where I am, and you telling me where I am. You telling me what I got, what's coming in my house. So when I told him, I said, I got a handicapped husband, and I got 5 children I got to take care of, right, per se. And then he's saying, do you hear what you're saying? You got 5 children you got to take care of? So in other words, he's saying, well, that means you getting some kind of income if you got to take care. But he don't know how I'm taking care of him. He's saying you got to eat and all that. That is true. I do got to eat. But he don't know that there's sometimes I ain't got no food. I don't have no money to buy food. But my Bible tells me that my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. So a lot of times when I'm down and I'm out and I don't have, God opens up the door so that I can. So when he opens up the door and he gives me money so that I can pay this bill and pay that bill, that's what I do. So therefore, I don't want to obligate myself to another bill because I'm already behind him in rent. And then he's going to throw rent up there. He's going to say, well, you got rent. You got to pay rent. I said, you're right about that. I say, and I'm behind in rent too. But he don't want to say nothing else about that. He only want to say, well, how you paying that? So, anyway, with that being said, it's really no biggie. I just had to kind of like vent that out. Get that out my system. And this video is not so much for people to put their opinions and stuff on. I mean, they can, but not so much. This is like a venting video. So y'all can vent with me. Even if y'all want to vent to me, even if y'all want to vent about me, it doesn't even matter because I'm past that. You know what I'm saying? I'm past that.